How's it going, everyone? GSmith64 here, coming at you right before the video starts, just to remind you that memberships are now live on my channel. If you become a member today, you get access to an exclusive Discord, and you get access to some videos up to 2 whole days early. If you like it, why not consider subscribing? I'd appreciate it. That being said, hope you enjoy the video. How's it going, everyone? GSmith624 here, back with another late night cooking vid. You guys seem to really like the last one, so I said fuck it, we'll do another. So this time, we're making an egg sandwich at the request of my friend Glenn Rugley. So, what we're gonna need for that is obviously our bread. I'll lift it over here. So it's got 2 pieces of wheat bread, nothing crazy. And by all means, you don't have to go as fancy as I'm going with this. Just do what feels right. Just make sure you season everything as you go along. But we got our bread, we got some ham, got about 1/4 cup of fresh red onion and mushroom, a tiny bit of wine we're going to use to deglaze the pan, some habanero sauce, a little bit of ground cumin, our 2 eggs with a splash of milk, about 1 tablespoon of butter, and some sharp cheddar cheese. So immediately what we're going to do is get that pan heating up nice and hot. And we're going to add a little bit of our butter in there. Then we're going to dump our vegetables in there, get them going nice. So you don't want them going for a long time because they are going to cook longer with the eggs. So get them in there, melt the butter, get them absorbing that butter. You want them in there probably no more than a couple minutes on medium to medium-high heat. I have mine about 5.5, 6. So I'll see you when we get them in the pan. Alright, so we got our vegetables going, and I have our eggs here. So what we're going to do is take our cumin, our ground cumin, go ahead and add that to the eggs. Don't want a whole lot. Well, do it how you like. If you like the taste of cumin, go a little more on the high side. If you don't like the taste of cumin, don't do as much. I'm setting the phone down real quick. I apologize. These are scuff flowers to add a tiny bit of our habanero to the eggs. And don't want a whole lot of that. And then we're just going to mix it up. Get that nice pretty color. And as our vegetables are going, I'm going to need to stir those in a second. Make sure everything is nice and mixed. Everything's getting along. The vegetables are coming along nicely here. So you want to give them only about 2 minutes, like I said. We want them to get nice and aromatic. Really get the earthy flavor going. And now that that's going, we're going to take a tiny bit of our wine. Just a simple white wine. And add a little bit to the pan, just to deglaze the pan and give it a little more flavor. I apologize, I have the phone set down so you can't really see what's going on, but deglaze the pan, get those nice flavor, make sure everything's getting along, get that smell of alcohol. So you want to cook it until that smell's gone. There we go. Beautiful. So now we're going to take our eggs, and I only did about 2 eggs. If you're making for more people or you're hungry, feel free to add more. We're going to pour our eggs in. And that's also why we put the butter and the wine in, is because adding the butter and wine to our eggs, we're just going to scramble these, by the way, as we already saw, but adding the butter and wine will make it so our eggs don't stick. And we'll get really nice and melded in with our flavors there. Make sure to salt and pepper as you go. I already salted and peppered my eggs. So I might need a little more pepper, but since we have a high heat and a large pan, we just kind of want to constantly keep stirring, making sure we're not burning anything on the bottom there, as you see. Going nuts with the stirring. And at this point, while it's still kind of liquidy, I'm going to add the cheese, and for that I'm going to need my second hand, so I am going to pause the video and show you what these look like nice and done. Say add as much cheese as you want. If you like really cheesy eggs, I would say like 3 tablespoons. Where you don't need a lot of cheese because the other flavors will get buried in the cheese, but it's never bad to have a good amount in there. So I'm gonna add the cheese before these overcook. So I'll be honest, I started building the sandwich and then remembered I want to record this. So all I did was butter, no, not butter, I put mayo on the bottom piece of bread, put a piece of ham, just classic store-bought slice of ham, put our eggs in the middle, and then put another slice of ham and our other piece of bread on there. And we just kind of want both sides to get a nice generous cook. So you could have put the ham in there for a little bit to sear it if you really wanted. Give it a nice smoky, or not smoky, but a nice seared flavor. I'm not doing that because I'm lazy. Also clean up as you go so that way you don't have a big mess too. So yeah, we're just gonna make sure, that's not where the hot sauce goes. We're just gonna make sure our bread gets nice and done. I want it to be slightly toasted but not like burnt. I'm going for a nice golden brown color. So we're gonna need our spatula. That's pretty important. Here we go. This is a good one. Old, reliable. And yeah, so you don't want to really smash it because our eggs are in the center there, and it's probably gonna be a bitch to flip. So I'm gonna need both hands. But we also are using the same pan because one, it will give us more flavor in our bread, and two, I don't want to do more dishes, so I'm not going to. So I just kind of wiped down the pan, gave it a quick wipe. There might still be egg in there, that's fine. It'll just give us more flavor. It'll get cooked as long as you don't burn it. And yeah, so we'll get the finished product here shortly. You get nice. So you don't know if you can see it that well, but you can see the mayo starting to golden up the bread on the bottom there. Getting that nice firm texture. The meat juices leaking into the pan, also giving a nice smell going off. It smells great, by the way. I'm doing a terrible job describing this, but it smells great. Also, you don't want to leave it too long on that side. Yeah, see, it's starting to hiss from the meat juices, and it smells amazing. So I'm probably going to set my phone down here and flip it here in a second to make sure I'm not burning the bread. So yeah, I'll just see you when the finished product's done, and we can get a cross-section, and then I'm going to eat the fuck out of this thing. Oh yeah, that's looking nice. So I only did it for about a minute and a half on each side on medium-high heat, just like I did the eggs, except this was even less time. Let me set the phone down so I can get that beautiful cross-section here for y'all. This is actually destroying the fuck out of this sandwich. That is fine. Because you also can eat this thing with a fork. But yeah, just look at this beautiful, beautiful sandwich here. So I didn't want to go overly complex with it. Got the nice ham in the middle, egg, mushrooms, and onions, giving it a nice little flavor, along with the cumin. Cumin comes in very nicely. Might need a hint more salt. I didn't salt my eggs enough. That's on me though. Make sure to taste your food. And yeah. Make sure to enjoy your cooking. Always have fun when you're cooking. If you're not having fun, you're not cooking right. That being said though, I've been your host, GSmith624. I'm gonna go devour this sandwich. And I'll see you next time. Peace.